It normally takes me about 10 minutes for my eyes to get accustomed to the glare which comes off the lights I've got G-clamped to my desk. And it then takes about 10 seconds for the camera to presumably find a baseline for the audio, so I can then start recording my voice and you can hear me, because otherwise you end up getting variable volume levels. If I suddenly make a loud noise, then the camera tries to adjust to that, and as a result of that there's a little drop in the sound. You might notice that. This particular video I'm making, I've wanted to make this for a little while, essentially to point out what you're actually seeing when you're watching any form of video or when you're reading any blog. Think about it. Everything that's being said is being prepared somehow. In the case of this particular video, the idea or the thesis behind it was germinating in my mind over the past couple of days, predominantly in terms of how I'm going to express it. So you can tell straight out that when I'm doing this particular video, the way I'm talking to you now is not the way I'd talk to my mother or my father or anyone who I would deal with on a commercial basis. And this particular video is not indicative of my performance style when I'm doing an entertainment event. However, of course, on the actual entertainment channel, which is of course Nick Dutch Tarot, the way I'm presenting there is much closer to the way I'll actually present if I'm doing like a face-to-face reading, because I'm trying to make it as close to the real thing as I possibly can. But my point is, when you're actually watching videos on YouTube, everything is prepared to a certain degree. There is a very strong, I'm tempted to say, level of deception which occurs with every single video, because the individual who's making it may have created their own script, they may have worked out what they're going to say, they may have done some editing so that the actual audio that you end up getting at the end is a better representation of what they wish to portray. So you're seeing a portrayal of a set of ideas. When people come onto YouTube, they seem to use it for many different reasons. Obviously there's the entertainment aspect, and the vast majority of YouTube is about entertainment, hence SXE Phil and others. But some people mistake the entertainment for factual information, and as a result, the waters can get a little muddied. Even when we look at some of the videos, it's definitely not all of them, but a small percentage of the videos by the well-known YouTube user Thunderfoot. Some of them are made for entertainment purposes, or indeed to try and fulfill a particular hypothesis. When people are setting up a small business, they often use the phrase, "show me the pain," or "find the pain." And what they mean is, find the problem which they're trying to provide the solution for. For instance, if someone's setting up a stationery business, they all try and focus on one particular market, let's say the small to medium-sized enterprise, or maybe the one-man band, and they would adjust their pricing and their product range to make sure that it suits that particular niche market. They would adjust the appearance of the website again to make sure it suits that particular niche market, and indeed the way that they sell and the way that they do their social networking to try and drum up both reputation and business. Because of the financial motivation which is on YouTube, namely to become a YouTube partner and to earn from the videos, as well as to increase popularity so that one can possibly sell via affiliate links. The way that YouTube is used by the people who are creating videos is not necessarily by way of getting objective information out there. Also, because this is a visual medium, we've got to think about the fact that people use that to the best advantage. People like eye candy. If you have a look at the most viewed or the most popular videos, are these lectures on nuclear physics? Are they medical lectures on the treatments for disease? Why is it that the broadcasts from the universities, the really good academically sound broadcasts from universities, are not the most popular forms of video broadcasting here on YouTube. I mean, obviously there's some discrepancies. So in what I'm telling you right now, for instance, Nottingham University is doing some videos which are both entertaining and informative, but they're still not necessarily geared towards giving you hard and fast factual evidence and backing it up, or indeed factual evidence which you might need. So are we actually entering into a bit of a danger zone here? I would argue to a certain degree, yes. And the danger zone is because of the groups which masquerade at providing hard and fast factual information, but essentially are doing this for some kind of emotional impact upon the viewer, such as, of course, Alex Jones and others. This is entertainment which is designed to have an emotional impact for the purposes of increasing viewership and, of course, viewer loyalty. Alex Jones is only one example. I mean, I'm working in the New Age movement. I'm a professional tarot reader, and there are quite a few videos which are put out there by members of this community, so to speak. I mean, I'm using the term community very loosely here, but there are videos put out by people who are involved with the New Age somehow, and these videos are grossly simplified. They're grossly simplified because it is more profitable to try and keep the argument reasonably simple, and it is more likely that people will go for things that they are feeling comfortable with rather than things which are actually true. So that's why there's an awful lot of New Age religious broadcasting out there, rather than people trying to do what I'm trying to do, namely to try and come closer to the truth about apparently psychic phenomenon, partially through experience, partially through explanation, and also reminding people that we just don't know lots of stuff. It's much easier to watch a video by someone who says, "Oh, I know this is true. Oh, I know it's true. I've got too much evidence." And the reason that it's much easier to do that is because you're watching a video by someone who is making a claim that they've actually got knowledge, they've actually done the research. They are pretending to be someone who is in a sufficient position of authority to be able to make these statements as something which is hard and fast and incontrovertible and a fact, thereby taking away from you the necessity to think about the information which is being presented to you, and making it easier for you to be able to say, yes, I accept what I am being told, because there is almost like a kind of like a bond of trust which can develop between the video maker and the audience, and often that trust itself can be rather misplaced. Alright, and I just wanted to convey that message to you at the moment. This is not necessarily a place where you get information. This is a place where you get points of view, opinion, and ideas. And you've got to be able to distinguish between that and hard and fast, solid, factual, academic information. You also often get people saying things like, I know this is true because I've done the research. And it's rather peculiar or interesting that this phrase is often used by people who are conspiracy theorists. And they haven't actually done the research, they've just immersed their mind in a lot of the ramblings of conspiracy theory pundits here on YouTube. Just something to think about today. Alright? Stay sane, please. For fuck's sake. Nick Dutch signing out.